Hey guys, we're going to start this design out with a homemade stone and we're going to base coat it with some liquid gesso. Next, we're going to base coat the rock in this nice light blue cotton. I'm going to give it 2 coats. You're only going to see one here, but it is going to have 2 coats to make sure we have total coverage. After that base coat dries, we're going to take some white paint and a little spongy pouncer tool. These are great. There's a link in the description if you'd like to get some. And what I'm going to do is dip it in the paint and then squish out most of the paint onto my little index card here because we want it to be very light and delicate. And we're just going to create some light fluffy clouds on this blue background. Now I'm going to take this other pouncer tool because it's the perfect size that I want. I'm not going to sponge anything, just to trace my circles for my 2 planets. I am going to add a little bit more of the liquid gesso as a base coat for the planets, just to kind of smooth out since they're covering over both the blue and the clouds. It'll give it a little bit of a base coat. Now I'm going to take this bright green paint and a fine line eyeliner brush to start creating the planet Earth. Now I'm going to take this nice cobalt blue and add the ocean to the planet Earth. And the thing that I want you to notice about this is that it's not a perfect geographical representation of the planet, but you still know what it is. All of you can tell what this is looking at it, and so I just want to encourage you not to be too caught up with perfection on things like this. Next, I'm going to take this light yellow paint and start filling in the moon, and then I'm also going to use those pouncer tools again to use like an ivory color and then white to give the moon some dimension and color, and you'll see that as we get to it. Now I'm going to take a black Posca paint pen to start making the dotted lines that are going from Earth to the moon and from the moon back to Earth. And I'm going to add a little arrow going from Earth to the moon and then from the moon to the Earth. Now we're going to add the quote everyone loves, "I love you to the moon and back." I decided to do kind of an arched script on the top with "I love you" and then "to the moon and back" in print on the bottom. You can do any kind of combination that you would like to do or what you feel your skills are capable of doing. On that cursive script, I'm going to come back and thicken all of the lines where the pen was in a downward motion. So all of the downstrokes are going to get thickened for some dimension. And then I'm going to come down to the print and add some notches to my letters for some additional character. If you've been watching my videos, you know I don't miss a chance to add some glitter. So we're going to add some green and blue glitter to the planet Earth, and then some folk art hologram glitter to the moon. Take this Sakura Pigma pen, which is really good for fine line detail, to add some sleeping eyes and a smile to the moon. And then we'll take this light pink and the smallest pouncer tool and add some very light rosy cheeks to the moon. Now I'm going to take this lipstick red paint and a dotting tool to add some heart accents to the center of the stone. I'm going to follow this up with some red glitter paint once this has dried, so it has some nice sparkle there as well. I think if there was one thing I would do differently with this design is possibly to make the moon in shades of gray instead of shades of yellow. It did confuse my daughter and she thought it was the sun at first. So I think that's one thing you might want to try with your rock. I will definitely be trying that on my next round. I absolutely love how the clouds came out in this design, and I can't wait to do another one like this. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and hit the alert button if you don't want to miss future uploads. Thanks for watching and see you next time.